Yes, I am Tom Cook, and I am running for the State Senate seat, District 4. People over corporations. Opioid addiction is a mental disease. If public school is failing, don't walk away from the public school, fix the public school, and then worry about helping people get into private schools. I am all for the Second Amendment. People have a right to defend themselves. But the second word of the Second Amendment says well-regulated. I don't want any kind of gun control, but I do want gun regulation.
Next, I would invite Vanessa Cummings, who to the podium, who's running to represent the 47th district in the Ohio House of Representatives.
I've been a community servant just about all of my life. My slogan is, a change is a Cummings. I don't think politicians are elected to make decisions for you. They're elected to serve you, listen to you, and represent your voice and your views. And no one should have to go and consult the law or talk to a politician to ask, is it okay if we do a procedure to protect and take care of our patients? If you look at the candidates here are all in one party. The other party's not here. If you want to be represented, you need to have people who are going to talk to you. You need to have people who are present. You need to have people who are listening to you. You need to have people representing you who are engaged in what you're concerned about or listening to what you're concerned about, are going to stand up and fight for you, educate you, empower you, represent you, come back, talk to you, let you know what's going on in the State House, let you know about bills that are coming up that are going to be voted on that can impact your community, and they're going to make sure that your voice, your vote, and your concerns are heard, listened to, respected, and uplifted at the State House. I believe that we must stand up, speak up, and be represented.
Dr. Vanessa Enoch, who's running to represent the 8th District of Ohio in the U.S. House of Representatives.
I am running for Congress because I believe in the power of community. I believe that everyone should have the opportunity to have representatives that listen to you, that care about our needs here at home. And I believe that we have the right to ensure that our rights are protected. The individuals who want to take away your rights, who want to ensure that they take away all of those things that we as American citizens have become accustomed to, they're going to do that on your watch if you allow it. I am the person in the 8th Congressional District who has the opportunity to go to Congress and to fight to ensure that we still have a federal government at the end of this next administration. I am the person who is looking to go to Congress to ensure that women still have the opportunity to have bodily autonomy. My opponent has turned away about $3.120 trillion over the last few years through the CHIPS and Science Act and the Infrastructure Development Act. I'll fight for civil rights, gender equality, and protection of marginalized communities. We must bring good-paying jobs back to Ohio. We must bring back jobs to Ohio, good-paying jobs. I believe that small businesses must be supported.
Next up is Benjamin McCall, who is running to represent the 46th District in the Ohio House of Representatives.
And I think it's important to know who the person that you're running or the person that you're trying to elect is. Because I think one of the challenges over the last 8 to 16 years is we have a lot of people who are in office and those that are not in office that would like to run that are either afraid, uncomfortable, or why would I even do that? We have very deep disagreements without understanding and having empathy for another side of why they have a valid reason for believing that. So I think over the last number of years, we have had a model for funding that has not been adequate, and when we have 85 to 90% of K-12 students being served, taught, loved, cared for in public schools, you don't fix public schools by ignoring public schools. You fix public schools by fixing public schools. Now, we have a lot of great local, small, and big businesses in the area, and I want businesses to do well. I want business owners to do well while they treat workers well, and while they treat them ethically and treat them the right way. And if we can talk about abortion, we can talk about educational funding, we can talk about small and big business. When it comes down to it, what we believe garners towards who we're voting for. And so we need to understand the person that's running and also understand that, you know what, you may not want to vote for me, you may not want me in office, but if I win, I'm still your state rep. Because if all I do is represent my own party, if all I do is represent my own ideology, my own beliefs, I'm doing a disservice to this entire district.
So next is Chantel Ragu, who's running to serve as a Butler County Commissioner.
The fact that my opponent doesn't have enough respect to show up tonight is disrespectful to the people in the room. It's disrespectful to the people who prepared and want to actually engage with the voters. But it's a good example of the amount of work that possibly is not happening in the commissioner seat that we would like it to happen. I'm going to do my part to serve the community and make it as good as I can make it. So, because I look at the work that I'm doing from the city council perspective, I talk to other people in city council around the county, and they're not getting any help from the commissioners. They barely know who they are. We need to make sure that we are investing in the whole county and not just certain parts. And we know that a really important project is coming down the pipeline, right? We know that does anyone live in Liberty Township? Raise your hand. Some of us, you know about the Milliken Road interchange, right? So that is something that the county's about to invest millions of dollars in this interchange. It's going to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars in investment. My opponent owns 4 parcels of land along Milliken Road. We need someone who does not have a conflict of interest, who is not doing this for personal gain, and is working for the whole county and not just parts of it, or the parts that benefit themselves. Spearheaded a project so we can have forgivable loans, so we can have more child care. I believe that we need to have an economy that works for all of us and for all of Butler County, not just parts of the county. And that means having a really strong infrastructure that supports those workers and that economy.
And next up, and this is the last of our candidates, is Tamara Small, who's also running for Butler County Commissioner.
I'm committed to the future of Butler County. We have a problem with access to healthcare services, both physical and mental health care services. We have an issue with an uptick in violence in our communities and in our schools. And we also have an issue with the economy. So we have economic instability. We're also focused on creating jobs, protecting small businesses that are currently here in Butler County, and also attracting more small businesses here in Butler County. We need access to care, and we need safe access to care. Violence never goes away, it just gets worse. We need compassionate leadership. We need leadership that cares about our needs and our wants in order for us to build a better Butler County. And we